Children, we were talking about the carbon compounds, and I introduced you term covalent bonds. And today I am going to elaborate this term covalent bonding with its types and the examples also. Children, about covalent bond, I told you the chemical bond formed by the sharing of electrons between two atoms is called covalent bond. Children, the sharing of electrons takes place in such a way that each atom in the resulting molecule get the stable electron arrangement of inert gas. That means if in sharing two atoms are participating, then both the atoms will get complete octet. Children, it should be noted actually that the atoms share only the outermost shell electrons in the formation of a bond, or I would say the covalent bond. Actually, the covalent bond is formed when both the reacting atoms need electron to attain electronic configuration of inert gas. And children, I told you earlier, all the nonmetals generally containing 5, 6, 7 electrons in outermost shell, they used to indulge themselves into covalent bonding only. Whenever a nonmetal combines with another nonmetal, the sharing of electrons takes place and the covalent bond is formed between the atoms. For example, children, if we talk about HCl, if we see without thinking HCl molecule, that we think that HCl must be formed after the removal of one electron from hydrogen, and that electron must be accepted by Cl and ionic bonding must have happened. But in case of HCl, it is not happening like that. In case of HCl, because hydrogen is also resembling with chlorine, that is why hydrogen used to bonded with chlorine with covalent bond. So I would say the sharing of one electron used to happen in case of HCl, or I can say that hydrogen has only one electron, it need to complete its duplet, whereas chlorine wants one electron to complete its octet. So from both the side is the need of one electron, so that one will be able to complete its duplet and another will be able to complete its duplet. So hydrogen one electron and the chlorine one electron will become a shared pair, and this shared pair will be belonging to the K shell of hydrogen and M shell of chlorine. In this way, what will happen? Two electrons will be present in case of hydrogen after bonding obviously, and 8 electrons will be present in outermost shell of chlorine after bonding. Children, covalent bonding is happening in so many examples like diatomic molecules H2, Cl2, O2, N2 and so on. Children, in the formation of covalent between the two nonmetals, each nonmetal share 1 or 2 or 3 electrons with other atom. The shared electrons are counted with both the atoms, due to which each atom in the resulting molecule gets inert gas electronic arrangement of 8 electrons. Children, actually the covalent bonding or covalent bonds are of three types: single covalent bond, double covalent bond, or triple covalent bond. Let's talk about the single covalent bond. Children, single covalent bond, what is happening? There is actually one pair of shared electrons involved, or when a single bond is formed in between two atoms, from both the atom one electron will come to the picture, and that one pair of electron will be belonging to the both atoms. We can say that single covalent bond is formed by the sharing of two electrons in between the atoms, and each atom is contributing one electron for sharing. Now just see the example of hydrogen. Hydrogen used to exist in a form of H2, and each hydrogen atom here is containing one electron, and this one electron and this one electron will be shared by both the atoms, and this shared pair of electron will be belonging now both the hydrogen atoms. Children, this kind of structure is called as dot structure, electron dot structure of hydrogen molecule. And this hydrogen dash hydrogen means hydrogen is bonded with another hydrogen atom with single covalent bond, and the single covalent bond is represented by this single dash. This single dash means from this atom one electron, and from this atom one electron is shared, and one electron pair which is formed after sharing will be belonging to both the atoms equally. Children, in this way, other example is Cl2. Cl2, both the chlorine atoms require one electron, and they used to bond it together with single covalent bond. Before seeing the other example, let's talk about the double covalent bond. Children, double covalent bond, if you see here, the double covalent bond is forming in between the two atoms of oxygen. Before that, I want to tell you about the double covalent bond, and this is double covalent bond consists of two pairs of shared electrons. That means in total 4 electrons are shared in between the two atoms. If two atoms are agreed to share two electrons from both the sides, so in total 4 electrons are shared in between the two atoms, and I can say here that double covalent bond is formed by the sharing of 4 electrons in between the two atoms, and each atom is contributing 2 electrons for sharing. Now children, see here carefully. Oxygen has 6 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in its outermost shell. Another oxygen atom is also having 6 electrons in outermost shell. In this way, both the oxygen atom require 2 more electrons to acquire inert gas configuration. This oxygen require 2 more and this oxygen require 2 more. So from this oxygen 2 electrons and from this oxygen 2 electrons will come in between the two atoms, and these 4 electrons will be shared and benefit both the atoms. Now how? Let's count the number of electrons. See children, for this oxygen atom 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons are already there. 5, 6 its own electron, and 7, 8th these 2 electrons which are shared by the other atom. I can say here these 4 electrons will be belonging to both oxygen atoms equally. Or if I count for this oxygen atom, 2 electrons here plus 2 electrons here, so 4 electrons, 5, 6 electrons and 7, 8 electrons. So in both oxygen atoms they have the complete octet, or they have 8 electrons in their valence shell. So they are very much stable. If you see, this will be called as the bond structure, and if you see here oxygen double dash oxygen, that means this oxygen and this oxygen are contributing 2 electrons from both the sides, and in total 4 electrons will be shared by 2 oxygen atoms and become stable. Now the third category, and third category is the triple covalent bond. Children, triple covalent bond. In case of triple covalent bond, what will happen? Triple covalent bond is formed by the sharing of 3 pairs of electrons in between 2 atoms. Since 3 pair of electrons will be equal to the 6 electrons, we can say here the triple bond is formed by the sharing of 6 electrons in between 2 atoms, and each atom is contributing 3 electrons for bonding. Now let's see the nitrogen example. Nitrogen molecule. Nitrogen is containing 5 electrons in outermost shell, and another nitrogen atom is also containing 5 electrons. One nitrogen atom requires 3 electrons to complete its octet. This nitrogen also requires 3 electrons to complete its octet. So what will happen? This nitrogen will start sharing its 3 electrons, and this nitrogen will also start sharing its 3 electrons with another nitrogen atom. So in common there will be 6 electrons which will be belonging to the both atoms, and these 6 electrons will complete this nitrogen atom's octet and this nitrogen atom's octet also. I would say here actually there are 3 pairs of electrons which are belonging to both the nitrogen atoms, and these 3 pairs will be represented by 3 dash in between 2 nitrogen atom. So triple bond is represented by 3 dash in between the 2 atoms where triple bond is forming. Now children, another examples. One example, hydrogen atom we have learnt just now. Second example, fluorine or chlorine, I would say. Chlorine, bromine, fluorine, all are same. Children, what is happening? This is the fluorine and this is the outermost shell of fluorine with 7 electrons. This fluorine will share its 1 electron with another fluorine. In this way, what will happen? This electron pair will be shared or will be belonging to both the fluorine atoms. So in between fluorine atoms the single bond is formed because one electron is shared from both the sides. Now children, see carbon dioxide, the formation of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide molecule is CO2. CO2 means one carbon atom and two oxygen atom. Carbon atom require 4 more electrons to complete its octet. Two oxygen atoms require 2 electrons each. So see here, carbon atom share its 2 electron with this oxygen atom, and carbon atom share its another 2 electrons with another carbon atom. Likewise, oxygen share its 2 electrons with these 2 electrons. That means 4 electrons which are common in between this carbon and oxygen, and 4 electrons are common in between this carbon and oxygen. So in case of carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons are there of carbon only, and 5, 6, 7, 8 electrons are of 2 oxygen atoms. And in both the oxygens, 6 electrons are already there plus 2 electrons which are shared by carbon atom. Same with this oxygen atom. So carbon is forming double bond with this oxygen and also forming double bond with this oxygen. So two double bonds are forming in case of CO2 molecule. And the last one, CF4, carbon tetrafluoride. Fluorine containing 7 electrons in outermost shell, carbon containing 4 electron in outermost shell. So carbon will indulge with single covalent bond with 4 fluoride atom, 4 fluorine atoms. One single bond will form with this carbon and this fluorine. Another single bond will form with this carbon and this fluorine. Another single bond with this carbon and this fluorine, and the last and the fourth single covalent bond will be formed with this carbon and then this fluorine. In this way, by single covalent bond, fluorine octet will be completed because it already has 7 electrons, and carbon, after making 4 single bonds with 4 fluorine atoms, it will acquire its 8 electrons in its valence shell. In this way, children, we used to form the electron dot structure and the bond structure of the covalent compounds. Thank you, children.